We've managed to steady the ship, but we're still on choppy water. It'll also be nice to win 2 games in a row. We haven't done that since October. Hello and welcome to Club 6, episode 13 of Half Star to 5 Star here on Football Manager 23. I'm Russ. Today we've got 2 games for you. The first one is going to be against Bayern Munich away in the Champions League. We're then going to do a little bit of time travelling and join back up with Arsenal in the Premier League. Since you guys were last with us, as I said, we have slightly steadied the ship. We're still not out of that choppy water yet though. So you guys saw the 4-0 win over Cassiopeia in the Champions League and then the 1-1 draw with Liverpool in the league. We then played them in the Moose Cup and they beat us on penalties after a 2-2 draw there. We then beat Newcastle 3-1 at their ground, drew 1-1 with Rangers in the Champions League. Wasn't entirely happy about that result there. We should be beating a team like Rangers. We then hammered Brentford 4-1 at our ground and then drew 1-1 with Leeds in the following game. All in all, that leaves us 6th in the Champions League. We'll jump in here with match number 5. That should put us on 13 points. We should be up around here. Qualifying definitely for the knockout stages, but we want to be in the top 8 places, don't we? And then in the Premier League, we are currently 7th. 22 points after 14 games. We are 12 points shy of Man City at the top of the table. So we have a lot of work to do there. I mean, they haven't lost a game yet and we've lost 4. So we are banking on results for them. So the team we're putting out there for the Munich game is Dennis Simon in goal, a back 4 of Cavell, Moreno, Palomo and James, Mason Mount in the defensive midfield position, Contreras in front of him, Carlos, Reina and Evans all supporting Sesko up front. I have noticed we've got 2 players on the bench that need to come off, so we're just going to quickly what do we want to do here? We want to manage it, don't we? No, we don't. Can we submit this team? No, we can't. We might as well just take them out with me. So we'll just join you back when we get a highlight for the first game. We are back and the first highlight is 8 minutes into the game. Then Dennis Simon gives the ball to Palomo, shifts it over to Moreno, gives it back to him. We're trying down this right hand side now with James as he cuts in, goes out. Just got none of our players in any space, and James nearly sold us into trouble then. He kind of did, because Palomo's pass is straight to the Bayern Munich player. Put it across and it was just a FIFA goal that. Put it straight across the goalkeeper. They are going to put it into the back of the net all day long. The mistake was from James playing it back. Just maybe if he took a few more steps back, he wouldn't have put us in so much trouble and put Palomo in that under so much pressure to create the issue. But yeah, Bayern Munich 1, Man United 0. Not the start we wanted. Corner for Bayern Munich here. We need to get this ball clear, get a counter-attack going if we can. In comes the corner and it is 2-0 already. Less than 20 minutes on the clock and we're 2-0 down. Salazar getting both of Bayern Munich's goals. We need to be a little bit stronger here. Just to add to our troubles then, Evans has picked up an injury. He has a potential foot injury, so I'm hoping it isn't going to be too bad. Krono's going to come on for him on that right hand side. 27 minutes on the clock. We're 2-0 down to the 2 shots that Bayern Munich have had, both of them being on target, both of them going in, and now we picked up an injury to one of our star players. Can it get any worse for us? Fingers crossed it doesn't. No changes at half time. We have told the players to go out there and show us something different in this match, and Krono has already given the ball away and Bayern Munich come at us from the left into the centre, and Cavell's done well to win the challenge. Starts an attack down that left hand side, gives it into Carlos. He's got options in the box. I think Sesko's offside at the moment. Sesko's there and his header is slammed into the back of the net. The referee is walking off. There is going to be no VAR check. He definitely was onside then. There's one back. Go and find another one, lads. Well done. 2 changes just after the hour mark. Salazar comes on for Palomo at the back and Kortanovis comes on for Reina in the attacking midfield position as Bayern Munich have a free kick here, floating out towards the back post. Salazar looking for his hat-trick. Luckily he doesn't punish us. His head has gone over the bar. We've got 22 minutes to find ourselves an equaliser. If we can muster up a little bit of magic like we did for the first goal from Carlos into Sesko, I'll be happy with that, as Bayern Munich have headed the ball into the box. Dennis Simon is, he's having a poor season for us at the moment. He has to steady himself as he clutches the ball. He's looking to go long with this one. No, he's not. He rolls it into Moreno. Every time I think he's going to go long, he goes short. When I think he's going to go short, he goes long. Carlos slides that into Kortanovis. Kortanovis with the shot, and that is why you don't shoot, Sunshine. Just lifts the ball high over the crossbar. Munich with another free kick. It is quite central, quite near the halfway line, as Cavell gets that ball clear, but we're not first to the ball. It is again Bayern Munich. Come on, boys, challenge him. Do something. We've let him just glide into the box, slides it over, and I think we've given away a corner here. I didn't actually see what happened with the ball. It seemed to come down, hit Dennis Simon, and Dennis Simon was in all sorts of trouble. In comes the corner then. Man United head, please, lads. Get rid of it. We don't. It has gone over for a goal kick. Got the ball in the centre. Kortanovis gives it to Coreno, up to James. Reece James steps back. Don't play it back into any trouble. He doesn't. He gives it to Salazar. Mason Mount now. He shifts the ball up. It's Contreras. And his shot is just past the post. That's where he wants Sesko in those opportunities. Free kick for Bayern Munich in their defence. They shift it up the right hand side. They just turn that nicely. And yeah, they've just beat our man. Out of the box, into the box, slide it over. Moreno is there to get that ball clear. Although I think we just headed ourselves into trouble. Contreras gets it clear, trying to find Carlos on that left hand side. Can't find him, and Bayern Munich come at us once again. Just loads of space down the right hand side. We need to stay alert here. Cavell gives it to Moreno, and he's just giving it away. Salazar gets his hat-trick. Bayern Munich 3, Man United 0. We've, let ourselves down massively here. Absolutely dreadful. I mean, 5.7 rating for Moreno. He's just not good enough to play at centre-back, is he? I think that's where we're going to have to focus our transfer window if we can, if we've got any money to do it. We need a centre-back. We need a good, solid centre-back to work with Pfeiffer, to work with Salazar. When they're not in the team, we seem to fall apart. In comes the corner from Bayern Munich. If they score from here, it is lights out, I think. Sort of derails how well we've done. As I said, Bayern Munich 4, Man United 1. We have been punished. We have been whipped. We have just been pumped here. And it's not what I like to see. The last time this happened was against Liverpool, wasn't it? I'm not used to being hit for so many goals in games. 4-1. Now let's just somehow salvage the league. I think we need to go back to the Poacher's Delight because, yeah, that clearly didn't work in this game. The in-betweeny game then was a 3-2 win over Cardiff. Carlos getting a hat-trick in that one. We were 1-0 down and then made it back to 2-1 up before getting pegged back and then scoring just after the hour. So we are ready for the Arsenal match then, and the team we're putting out there, going back to the Poacher's Delight, the 4-3-3. The team is Dennis Simon in goal, back four, Cavell, Salazar, Pfeiffer and James, Contreras at the base midfield, Reina and Mount in front of him, Carlos on the left, Coreno on the right and Sesko up front. Hopefully, fingers crossed on this one, we can actually get a result here and make it 2 wins in a row for the first time since the start of October. Before that, we had to go to the very start of the season where we won 3 games on the bounce. But yeah, we need to get a result here. I'm imploring the boys to get a result as well. And it's straight away from the kickoff then. Sesko into Reina, Contreras. Can we start this game lively and get a goal nice and early? Cavell gives it to Carlos on that left-hand side. Reina's charging up through now. 2 players around the ball. We do lose it. Arsenal have got it on their right-hand side. Playing it back into their defence. Can we put a little bit of pressure on, please, boys? Get the ball. Mason Mount does exactly that, but we can't capitalise on the challenge. And Arsenal come away with it now, shifting that forward. They've worked it well into the box. And it's not us that scored early, it's Arsenal. More problems. Pfeiffer's back into the team as well, so I thought that might sort us out defensively, but clearly not. Arsenal 1, Man United 0. Pfeiffer with the throw-in on that right-hand side, gives it to Coreno, give it back to him. Contreras plays it to Coreno. Coreno turns with a shot, and it's hit the outside of the post. Or it's been tipped wide by Ramsdale. One of the two there. We do have a corner. Mason Mount's going to put this one in. Can he find Pfeiffer's head at the back post? In it goes. He does, and it has gone in. Carlos seems to be credited with the goal there. 1-1. What an opening start to this game. If you're the neutral watching this on TV, fantastic. Arsenal score and then we hit them straight back. Throw in for Arsenal then on their left-hand side. Keeping them out there at the moment, although they are coming in towards the centre now, shifting the plays that right-hand side. Cavell comes in, wins the head, but we have no players up there. That's where Carlos should be. He's sitting too deep. Arsenal down the right-hand side again. 2 players ran the ball and we still can't win it. We're making Arsenal retreat back to their goalkeeper though. Hopefully they can make a little bit of a mistake and we can capitalise on it. We haven't in the moment. They shifted it forward. And Dennis Simon dives before the ball's even got to Martinelli's feet. I mean, what are you playing at? There is going to be a VAR check. I'm pretty sure he's onside. The arms haven't gone up yet and it has been awarded. Dennis Simon's at fault for that one. He needs to just stay strong, stay big. He's not, he's just dived. Goal kick to us then on 20-minute mark. Simon gives it to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer over to Salazar now. I think this might be Simon's last game for us for a little while. He is just out of form as we get the ball into Sesko. Again, Sesko's in out of form. I mean, chances like that, he'd normally score, but he has become a provider there. Gives the ball to Reina. 2-2. We are back into this game. Hopefully we can turn it around now. We are at home. We can turn on the magic here. Last season, Sesko, whenever he had the ball, he seemed to just know what to do with it. This season, since the injury at the start of it, he just seems to be a little bit off his game, a little bit off the ball, excusing the pun there, and he's not hitting the heights that he did last season. Arsenal with the throw-in then on the half-hour mark, putting it into the box. Pfeiffer gets it clear, but it's not to any of our players. And Arsenal now turn it around, shifting it into the box. Martinelli. It's going to be another VAR check. I think he's onside with this one as well. All of our players are showing their arms around, crowding around the referee. Goal review says disallowed, so he hasn't got his first half an hour hat-trick, but we need to stay a little bit more alert at the back there. I mean, we are getting punished with balls straight over the defenders' heads. They just seem to be ball watching the ball go over them, watching the attacking player just slice through them, then get the goals. Ball's been given back to the Arsenal goalkeeper who chips it long. I say chips it long, blasts it up to us, our left hand side where Cavell's got it into Reina, back to Salazar. Salazar over to Pfeiffer now. Working it through the centre, Mason Mount into Coreno, Benjamin Sesko. Option on the left hand side, he does use him, it is Cavell. Cavell into Carlos. Carlos slides it into the back of the net. Oh, for the first time in this game, we are in the lead. Man United 3, Arsenal 2, and that's Carlos's 4th goal in 2 games. What a signing that was for us. I know it was a lot of money, but it is paying off now. Dennis Simon then with the goalkeepers. All the Arsenal players get into position. Salazar into Contreras, and what's he done? Luckily they've hit the post, but what are we doing? What are we playing at? Oh, we're just creating so many problems for ourselves today. Is it today or is it just this season? Salazar's on the ball. Don't give it to any Arsenal player. He doesn't this time. He goes long, finding Carlos on that left-hand side. He gives it to Reina. Reina trying to find Mason Mount. Mason Mount was like a statue. And Arsenal come away with the ball down that right-hand side. Going back now. And then he put it in towards the box. Stay alert, guys. Stay alert. We have got it clear. Reina with the head trying to find Coreno. Arsenal sort of pinball the ball around at the edge of the box. We do get it clear. The half-time whistle goes, luckily for us, because we're under so much pressure at the moment, especially in those last couple of minutes. 3-2 to us. Half-time substitution is Cardozo on for Coreno. Cardozo goes onto the left-hand side and Carlos is now on the right-hand side of the pitch. Hopefully it's not going to be too much Arsenal pressure in this second half. We had a little bit towards the end of the first half, and I don't like it. I don't like the pressure that is on our players. So just keep it away from our goal mouth now, lads. Keep it in either in their half or towards the top end of our half. As Contreras plays that ball forward, trying to find Reina. It's fallen to Cavell. Controls it nicely, but loses the ball. And Arsenal start their attack from the back. Working it through the centre again. I mean, that's really punished us. That's where our mistakes have been come. They shift up to that left-hand side now. Pfeiffer's managed to get control of the ball. Contreras back to Pfeiffer. Mason Mount goes all the way back to Dennis Simon. Get the ball forward, lads. Cavell, Mason Mount, Reina. Sesko's on the ball, finds Cardozo. Cardozo turns, goes back into our defence. We're meant to be positive, yet we're playing so cautiously at the moment. Carlos comes in deep to get the ball, gives it to Reece James. Reece James gets to the byline, he does, puts the cross in for Benjamin Sesko, and there's our fourth. Oh, Benjamin Sesko gets on the score sheet finally. He was provider for the second goal in this game. Got himself his goal now. 4-2. Well done, lads. Throw in for Arsenal then on the right-hand side. Cardozo and Cavell, they come together to get the ball. Mason Mount shifts it into Sesko. And we got the overlap on the right-hand side. We got the space there. Can we give it to Carlos? We do. Carlos into Mount, and I think we're offside there. There is going to be a VAR check on that one by the looks of things. No, there's not. There isn't a VAR check on that one. Reina puts it into the back of the net. I swear he was offside. I'm going to take it though. Man United 5, Arsenal 2. And for the first time since October, it looks like we are going to be winning 2 games on the bounce as Dennis Simon goes long with the goal kick. Trying to find Sesko. Wasn't in position, but we managed to get it now. Sesko's on the ball. And he's just sold Carlos a dud ball. Arsenal come at us. Nice pass in there. Dennis Simon comes out, tries to pick the ball up, but Martinelli's better than that, isn't he? Just toe pokes it into the back of the net. It's going to be another VAR review for a Martinelli goal. Was he onside? He wasn't. He wasn't onside, so it is 5-2. Throw in, right inside, Pfeiffer gives it to Contreras. Back to Pfeiffer, finds Carlos in the box. Carlos has got 4 players around him, and they finally managed to dispossess him as Mason Mount gives it to him. Carlos, I thought he put it in with the substitutions coming there. He is on for his hat-trick though. Triple substitution then. Contreras, Salazar and Mason Mount come off. Wells, Palomo and who else come on? Someone at the back. Moreno come on at the back. Just for fitness reasons, really, trying to keep the players as fresh as we can. We've got 15 minutes left to go. We have pretty much won this game. I can't see Arsenal getting 4 goals in the last, well, what is now 12 and a half minutes. Be nice for Carlos to get a hat-trick. Be nice for Reina to get a hat-trick, or maybe Sesko to get his second goal of the game, get our 6th. We have got 8 minutes left to go. Can we... Yeah, can we go for a 6, lads? Can we get that 6th goal? That would be absolutely fantastic. Arsenal with a free kick, putting that towards that back post. Cavell gets it clear and Cardozo's on the ball now. Cardozo runs up the pitch, gives it to Benjamin Sesko. He's got options free in the box, but he's going on his own at the moment. Turns and been dispossessed. Took too much time then. Arsenal down the right hand side now. That was a glorious opportunity for us to at least have a shot on goal. And now Arsenal down the left hand side, working it into the box. And they hit the crossbar. Oh, everything's happened in this game, hasn't it? We haven't had any red cards though, so I mean, I suppose that's a good thing. But I mean, goals, crossbars, goals disallowed as well. We are into the last couple of seconds of normal time. We have 2 minutes of time added on as well. I am quite happy with the result, if I'm totally honest. I know we conceded 2 goals and then had to come back from that. But yeah, it is another win, and it is a big win against a rival. After getting hammered by Bayern Munich, to come here, to come back to our ground and smash Arsenal is brilliant. And just Sesko getting amongst the goals as well. We just need him to be there. We need him to get those goals, because that's what I think we're lacking from last season. Defensively, yeah, we are a little bit. We are struggling that little bit there. So maybe we try and find someone in the transfer window to shore up our defence, and then hopefully we can get Sesko scoring again. So we have a quick look at the table. Then we are up to 5th now, 28 points, 4 points behind Tottenham in 4th spot, and 9 points behind Man City now. So Man City have dropped points there. So we could potentially be in the conversation for a title, or at least defending the title as we get towards the end of the season. Then schedule. When do we come back then? I think we play the rest of December off camera. I know we got Man City in there, but we played them at the start of the season. I think we'll come back for the 2 Champions League games. We should have a better picture of where we're going to be in the league as well by that point. Whether or not we're going to be in that title hunt, or whether or not we're going to be fighting for a top 4 spot. And then if we can beat Lyon, then we're definitely going to be in for a hunt for that top 8 position. So yeah, we'll come back for Union St. Gilloise and Copenhagen. Slowly but surely, we're getting out of this choppy water. So if you guys have enjoyed that, drop a big thumbs up on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel as well. And as always, folks, thank you very much for watching.